Okay, so right now I'm going to teach you the cancellation method. Now, the cancellation method is something that is actually supposed to be used, but obviously some teachers don't. They teach you to take things over to the other side, but now I'm actually going to show you how to do cancellation method. Now, what do I mean by cancellation method? It just means that two things are going to cancel out, or some things are going to cancel out. Now, what do I mean by this? When you are solving for x, right, this actually, what you would have done, what your teachers might have actually taught you, you would actually just take this over and to the other side and it will become plus 2, remember, because the sign changes to the opposite of whatever the sign is. But this is not really the method that is used like universally. The real method that you would use is actually, let me write it again, x minus 2 is equal to 5. What you would do is you would want to get x on its own, obviously, but you would want to cancel out this side over here. Let's say, for example, you have minus 2, x minus 2. How do we get rid of this 2 so that we can have x on its own? Well, pause the video and then just think about it. And obviously, if you said you have to add 2 on this side, you are absolutely correct. Because if you say minus 2 plus 2, you'll get 0, which just means that x plus 0 or x minus 0 will just equal to x. That is how we do this. Now, obviously, if I say plus 2, it's just going to be, it's going to be able to cancel out, right? Because this minus 2 plus 2 is equal to 0. And remember, we have 5 on this side, but remember, whatever we do on the one side, we have to do on the other side. This is the general stuff. Now, remember, we plus 2 on this side, now we plus 2 on this side. Notice how it's kind of the same as this method, but this is actually how it's done. I'm just teaching you another method, just in case your teacher also teaches you the cancellation method. Anyway, so now we have x on its own, and we have 5 plus 2, which is equal to 7. So this is just an easy, honestly, in my opinion, this is probably easier to teach it this way because it makes sense. You want to basically cancel out whatever's on this side. Let's look at the next one, if you are still a little confused, right? We want to get x on its own, but in order to get x on its own, we need to get rid of the plus 3. So in order to do that, we need to cancel out on this side. So let's say over here, x plus 3. I'm going to just make a space over here just to indicate. When we want to cancel out this 3 over here, we need to say minus 3. If we want to get rid of it, basically, we need to say minus 3. Why? Because plus 3, or 3 minus 3, is equal to 0, which means we can actually cancel it out. And remember, whatever we did on the one side, we have to do on the other side. It's going to be minus 3. We have x on its own, and 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. And that is how you do the cancellation method for subtraction and addition. And yeah, it's really not that bad. If it's still a little complicated, I do recommend going over the video again, and you should be fine.